Nowadays, these hoes rather get baptized in Don Julio.
Welcome to the Holy Book of 304. Listen, gentlemen, this information was never meant to be mainstream, and it never will. Look what happened to me. Good luck.
See, I gotta salute Becky because Becky ran a good game on Keisha. Now, Becky does research on black men because Becky looks at black men and she says, these men have gone through all type of atrocities, but they're still thriving to this day. And their women don't even know. Keisha doesn't realize Becky and black men been messing around.
Sicilians were spawned by niggers.
Oh, it's a fact.
Yeah. You see, Sicilians have black blood pumping through their hearts.
And no, if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, you see,
The Moors conquered Sicily. And the Moors are niggers. See, way back then, Sicilians were like wops from northern Italy. They all had blonde hair and blue eyes. But, well, then the Moors moved in there and, they changed the whole country. They did so much fucking with Sicilian women, that they changed the whole bloodline forever. That's why blonde hair and blue eyes became black hair and dark skin.
you know, it's absolutely amazing to me to think that to this day,
hundreds of years later, that Sicilians still carry that nigger gene.
So on the plantation, they had to create a forbidden rule that no black man is to mess with Becky, right? So now, Becky understood all these things, but she was still messing with black men on the plantation. And Becky's not perfect at all. But one thing you can say about Becky is that she works with the man that she's dealing with. Becky said to herself, I want more power within this establishment. I want to be able to have access to the black man like I've always had, and access to the Caucasian man, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Keisha as leverage in the establishment. So the establishment will recognize I have control over Keisha. And Caucasian men got to recognize this, because think about it, a Caucasian man, the only way he's going to see himself is if he procreates with a Becky.
We were up early this morning to go to a whites-only town in rural Arkansas. Eric, who runs the town, is all over social media. He's going on every YouTube and podcast, very prominent neo-Nazis and white supremacists and anti-Semites in the US. And they're letting CNN come visit them.
He could procreate with Keisha, but Keisha's genes are going to be dominant. See, Becky can procreate with a black man, but a black man's genes is going to be dominant. As long as Becky knew she could train Keisha to fight for something that Keisha doesn't even understand, then the results were going to be Keisha was going to push the best of her men away from her.
It's like one of the biggest slap in the face to black women. On the NFL and NBA draft days, when the men are transitioning into the league, they turn and kiss their mama and they turn and hug that white woman, right? We see it all over, and it pissed black women off.
If you listen to Keisha talk about black men and bash black men, she's talking about men locked up in prison, unproductive men, on drugs, men that are irresponsible. She doesn't differentiate. She doesn't even take pride in differentiating the productive black men from the non-productive black men. That's why I say eventually, see, Keisha's going to have to draw a line in the sand, or they're just going to expire. And even whether they believe it or not, with black men, the best of us are going to go with Becky's and other women because our genetics is dominant. But here's the deal. Black men, you can make these children, but you have to control the environment. Women are controlled by the environment, and the child needs the environment. So that's why most men understand attack the environment first not the woman. It doesn't matter how many babies you make. You can make 1 million babies, but if you don't control the environment to some degree, your babies will be controlled by something other than yourself. And somebody else will be installing them with programs to the point where your child can easily work against you. And that's what you see today with Keisha. She works against the very individuals that breed her, black men, which are her brothers, her fathers, her uncles, etc. Until the next time on the Holy Book of 304s.